Alright, let's go ahead and get started with everything. This should be like... Everything should return back to normal by next week. Of course, I always say that every few weeks when things get a little crazy, but c'est la vie at this point. Oh, OFCRA didn't run properly yesterday. That's quite a shame. But now we have Friday night fights. Hopefully things will stay with that. I'm going to go ahead and put the prediction up. And put her up for 20 minutes here. Blue 4 defending, up 4 attacking. Alright, that sounds good. Alright, so plans for today. We have this stream, then we'll be doing some DayZ, and then maybe some stuff after that. We'll see. I've just been very busy with other stuff, but that's all starting to calm down. It also just hit me I have to have 2 missions prepped for Monday. I've got some ideas of what I want to run, but I need to dev the mission, so we'll see how things go. What time for DayZ? Probably around 7:30 tonight. That's going to be in about 3 hours, 15 minutes. So that gives us at least time for 2 rounds, maybe 3 if they go quickly, but, you know, that's always a coulda, woulda, shoulda. Also, next week, things should be resetting in terms of we'll start being able to do everything on time again with FNF and OFCRA and other stuff. More mods for what, Ian? Alright, either way. Arma 3, I will let you know. I'll probably spend tonight after DayZ thinking about what I want to run for Monday. I didn't even get any time to announce a Sunday or Saturday mission tomorrow morning, but at the same time, my schedule is just so freaking scuffed at the moment. Which is weird, because I thought we were fine, and then, of course, a bunch of other stuff comes in last second, and it's just like, oh, okay, that's fine. Should be good. Yeah, exactly, IRL stuff and taking care of all that fun jazz. Anyway, let me go ahead and check my email real quick to make sure taxes are squared away. Alright, cool. I don't see anything, so I'm assuming he's fine. Alright, we're good. Anyway, Friday night fights. We're going to be covering round 1. Dream is with me. Dream's also, like, gone right now, so, you know, he'll come in when he decides to come in. Starting the first round, it's usually an infantry-only round for the first round, which I love. However, what does concern me a bit is how far away the spawn is, which means this is going to be a very slow first round, which kind of sucks. I wish they'd give Op 4 a little bit of transport, but they don't. Because it's like multiple kilometers to walk from. Dreamy there?
Yeah.
I assume you are. Mission started. It's going to be a long beginning, though. They're multiple kilometers away, and there's 3 objectives to do. So, right off the bat, I don't think the attackers are going to win. Like, almost every time where I see more than a 2-kilometer walk, and then 3 objectives down, almost never do the attackers win because of attrition, because of time. Because they're going to be spending at least 15 to 20 minutes walking to the AO. And then that's at full contact with the enemy, and then the attackers still have to do all those objectives. I don't see it happening.
Can you tell him to stop?
We can ask Malin.
Can you ask Marlon to make him stop?
Malin, can you make it stop?
Make it stop, please.
We also should have a multi up between myself, Dream, and Fresno, who is on the ground somewhere. But anyway, I guess we'll start breaking down the details here. Blue 4 is going to be defending a sector, a Pelican drone, alright, and a terminal site. Briefing is a kilometer of render distance, 75 build points for the defenders, and then your standard 65-minute round. It's raining. It's Finland. That's all the notes we need. Background: after previous use of drones lead to Op 4 losing 2 of their BTRs, they have decided that enough is enough. They're going to start getting rid of them piece by piece, as well as any Blue 4 standing in their way. Area of operations: forest surrounded by towns. Forested area surrounded the town, some open plains that can be used for spotting. Additional scouting towers have been placed around Blue 4's safe start. Mission rules: keep it cool, don't build buildings on buildings. Otherwise, parameters, no performance tweaks. There's OCAP on. Blue 4's loadout's going to be U.S. Marine kits, so we've got our M4 platforms, 320 grenade launchers, Mark 211 marksman rifles, AT4s, M249s, and M240 Bravos for the medium machine gunners. Loadouts are going to be for OpCorps, Chechen forces, AK-74s for GP25 systems, SVDs, RPKs, RPG-7s, and PKPs for their medium machine gunners. Looking at the roster here, Blue 4 going to be commanded by Korvac. He is meeting with his guys right now. On Blue 4, we got Crisper leading in Alpha with a peasant from 1312. Russian Husky, Seismo, Unknown, and Lolo. Bravo being led by Ash with Takabari Hrana. Banks, Eric, and Kabubi. Norris leading Charlie with Emil, Jaeger, Polly, Riley, Buckner, Lachman, Osaka, and that's it. All right, Delta being led by Bursty with Snodgebear T and Fond. Echo being led by Bates with Franz Capwell, Marstick, Gates, Harrington, Tomer, and Patriot. Our leadership, we look for the slash in name, is going to be ID for Foxtrot with Baller Deluxe Block, Green Thumb, and Tim Kappa under him. Dep's still going to be leading Op 4th, Grav as the 2IC, Vagrant as the platoon medic. NASA being the Alpha squad leader with Kremet, Rizbo, Shea, Cheeseburger, Fetty, Von, Cat, Carrigan, Horno, and Lazarin. Fresno, who is on the multi, by the way. In Charlie, he's not the leader, though. Carmi is because of that slash in the name. But he's got Fresno, Fancy, Parker, Gian, Eandon, and Spartan under him. If the rain is too loud, yeah, they could do that, or they could just toggle a ace volume option if that's allowed on the server. That's what I do for all my audio stuff.
Turn it up and fucking live in the rain.
Yeah, all right, Dream, cool. I will be honest, though. I think out of everything in Arma 3, the one thing that they've done absolutely perfectly, no questions asked, is the weather and rain sound effects. Like, it actually feels like a fucking storm in there. But regardless, Monkey Enjoyer leading Delta with Skipu, Grasovsky, Wiki Quartz, and Pogram. Echo being led by Andreas with Valdi, Kirlios, Christaris, Colin, Andrew, and Donatus. And then Nemesis leading Foxtrot with Cats, Whiplash, Iender, Wise, Cullis, Wayne, Ember Rose, and John Miller. And then Zixme alone in Bravo. Otherwise, looking at the AO from a macro perspective, I mean, Op 4 has the choice of 3 different AOs to start at. And then it's going to be at least a 2-kilometer walk. There's multiple infill positions. I mean, just studying the map alone, there's a few routes that they can take. I guess the safest one would be from the south along these 2 MSRs here, the roads there, because that gives them a little bit of a forested route to walk on. So I'd imagine, based off of this map and terrain, if Op 4 wanted the best route of approach, they'd probably pick the easternmost AO, walk completely through the heavy forest, assault from the south, and end up hitting the terminal site first, and then the other 2 objectives. Otherwise, they could also potentially do a northern push, and then stay on the northern side, hit along the MSR, and then come into the destroy objective first, but that area is a little thinner than the other area. Plus, I mean, they can also push more Op 4 elements through another side on the south and have them start bumping up on the sector so they can attack 2 of the objectives at once and make a nice uniform battle line to support each other and cause Blue 4 to pull back to the destroy objective and then just clean sweep it through. But again, when you have AOs with this much walking distance, and then even though the 3 objectives are close together, the choke points that we have here could be a massive issue for the defenders. I think the only saving grace we could see with the defenders is if Op 4 splits into multiple groups and tries to use multiple different infill routes, then we could see Op 4 still win this one. But I say odds right now are, based off of what I've seen in other rounds, I'd say 3 to 4, or no, 3 to 1. Basically, 75% chance Blue 4 wins because of the attrition, 25% chance Op 4 wins. That's just my take, though.
The opposite of everything this man just said.
Yeah, you always say that.
And everything that he said is wrong, and everything that... opposite.
Okay.
Opposite day.
Beautiful commentary, Dream.
Thank you. I woke up from a nap.
Mm-hmm. All right, either way, that pretty much covers it for this round. It's just going to be a lot of walking for the first 15 minutes. So here, Dream, here, I'm gonna pick your brain. How did it feel to dogfight 12 crop dusters last night?
Well, the nailing it directly in the nose didn't feel great.
No, no, that one was a bit of a blunder on your part.
I killed it. I
You
killed the
did,
shit.
but it also killed
I killed
you
it.
because it
Doesn't
plowed
matter.
into your face.
I actually killed it before it killed me.
Yeah,
I just didn't pull off quick enough.
I see.
500 rounds of 30 or 30 mil with no rearm is extremely painful.
Yes.
Because when you're fighting that many crop dusters, and you are so much faster than them, you have to get your shots on target. Otherwise, you risk wasting majority of the ammo, which I think I did pretty well. I think I killed a huge chunk of them, and so did the Huey pilot Hornet. I think it was Shepard.
Yeah. Air's not meant to like do everything in the pay for pain scenario. They're meant to be like for specific asset multipliers in certain areas. And I mean, you did a good job. Like there was a T-72 down, and you managed to snipe that in a group of other vehicles, which I thought was really good because that's exactly what you need to do.
I was trying to fucking find it. I was like spamming R. I was like, give me the T-72. I don't want the weasel. I don't want that weasel. I don't want
Yeah, there were
weasel.
4 weasels down there with it because chat was trying to be super sadistic. But I thought yesterday was a fun case study of just seeing a player base when they were super organized and they were supporting each other. They actually did really well. And then as soon as that fell apart, they got utterly annihilated again and again. Like, I thought that was amazing, to be perfectly honest. Like, just your average Arma 3 community, like, when they actually work together, they do great, but just how quickly it falls apart to, like, really, really dumb stuff.
The amount of people who came up to me beforehand were like, you're getting taken up the sky today. And I was like, maybe.
No, you did really well. I'm going to be perfectly honest. Like, you only had one oopsie moment, and I think every airframe, a few more than others, but every airframe has had at least one oopsie moment in the campaign, but this has been like 12 missions so far, so...
Those Mavericks, they can only lock if a vehicle has its engine on or is actively moving. So I shouldn't be telling you this.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, with the amount of stuff I have to juggle in Pay for Pain, I'm not going to really be able to remember that, but...
Just turn the engine off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of... Yeah, I did what I was meant to do.
Yep.
I kind of wish I had supported the ground a little bit more. I did hear in that Mac told you that the clusters were going to be used for...
Yeah, against infantry that weren't in spots, which I think there was one used, and I didn't even see any end results on it, so that's good.
There was one used. You called it... I was rewatching the VOD because I wanted to see the dogfight, but I called it. There was a passenger truck at 0.5 that you...
is that what cooked it off? Okay, gotcha.
No, I slammed a fucking cluster bomb directly into its face.
Oh, that's funny.
Which killed the truck. Didn't really kill much else because they're in the buildings, and the clusters don't really pierce buildings very well. But I've got... Yeah, no, I'm gonna try hop for it next week as well. Because I also understand why I wasn't utilized as much, is because that really fucking mean and angry shulker that I saw on the airbase multiple times, and I won't lie to you, very, very multiple times I tried to see if I get close enough to just splash a missile on it.
I'm gonna level with you. If I felt you did, I would have immediately turned it on. Because I'm also gonna tell you right now, its engine was off, but its radar was on. Yeah. So if you got close, I would have just turned it on and let it kill you.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's not even radars. Radars don't work. It's the engine has to be on, otherwise.
I know. Well, I'm telling you, like, so it could track you. The radar was on, but you know.
Yeah, no, I understand. I didn't actually ever go for it. I just like sort of like creeped over to see if there was any chance of a lock.
I know. That's why I didn't do anything.
Which would have been really funny if you're off like dealing with the player base. You let alongside, you turn around, the fucking shulker's on fire.
If you notice, though, when I saw you in the AO, I was occasionally checking the map just to go, okay, is Dream close to the AA? No. Good. Excellent. He gets to live.
I was smart. I stayed away from the airfield. I stayed at 2,500. I was a glorified recon asset, if I'm being perfectly honest, because obviously if I can see the vehicles coming in. But that dogfight, I wish I had better eyes on it because my POV doesn't really do it justice.
I think one of my favorite things about that, not even favorite, but one of my most, how do I word it? I'm going to say ironic, for lack of a better term. Parts of that AO was towards the end where you had that one car with some attached goats to their vehicle just drive into a side of the town that wasn't cleared. And then they got ZU-23'd, and then I took one of them prisoner. And as I went off of the camera to teleport him back, or I think I might have already teleported him, I heard him mumble some very choice words. And it's like, I'm not the one that drove into a blind part of the town and got annihilated. Like, what are you talking about?
Is that team is really hell-bent on capturing to the point where they just don't realize that they're just running themselves into a capture field because they try to get there. Because what they're worried about is they're worried about Vanguard killing people. So they run themselves in an attempt to see if they can get there first. But they run themselves into areas that haven't been cleared.
And then they die immediately.
Yeah, you're there seeing a guy with a very large stick.
I'm not even RC. I didn't even do a lot of RC in that mission. I just let everything happen.
And then I look at it.
Like, I did some RC with the machine gunner in the beginning. That was it.
It's your own fault. It's like, why run...
Here, I'll be right back in a second, but I'm listening.
Yeah. Why run that deep into enemy territory? Yeah, I get it. You want to capture people, but for everyone that you don't capture, when you get... Like, they get the same thing. I'm waiting for the day they get captured enough. I'm going to be flying in the jet, and all of a sudden I'm going to be fucking buzzed by like a fucking MiG. Because at that point, it is over. I can't fight a MiG. That thing has AA missiles. I think it could be outfitted with them. The cluster bombs are slightly annoying because I don't have a bomb camera, so I have to dive bomb those. And I don't get the little bomb indicator either under my thingy under the plane. 500 mil. The 500 rounds 30 mil runs out really quickly, and obviously with the 2 GVUs, I can only really take out 2 vehicles. So we save them for what is it? We saved them like for a T72. I took out a BMP1, which I probably didn't even need to take out, though I did hear Vanguard lost their BMP fairly early on, getting detracked and then getting eventually annihilated. But I think overall in the jet, I think it was fair. I didn't end up being the be-all and end-all. That was Mac Marine and a fucking weasel. Who absolutely crushed everyone, which was kind of funny. And I did think about it. I was like, maybe Sidewinders or AA rockets would be good, but I am currently fighting crop dusters, and it feels like it would be a waste of a slot. I just need to be slightly more accurate with the 30 mil. Also, question, with resources, are we able to buy an ammo Vic, or do we have to capture that ourselves? Or is it like a research thing? I imagine you're still AFK, so...
No, I'm back. I have it more so as a balance feature, so air just can't immediately annihilate every single thing.
Mm-hmm. So in the event we capture one, do we get that for that op only then?
Yes. And you're allowed. That's why the things are there. You can resupply if you capture an enemy air vehicle, but by then it'll help you for like the remaining second half of the op if you find it, like luckily enough in the first half, but then it gets used. We were having a weird bug though that some of the vehicles you had were allowing people to use it as rearm fix. I gotta figure out why it's doing that.
Fair enough. When it gets a bit heavy-handed down the line, would that be a possibility that we could then get triple R, like the rearm?
Yeah, but you have to find a project site for that.
I was about to say the airfield. Is that? I mean, I don't know.
Well, the project you're gonna get, so each airfield, like metagame-wise, has a project attached to it. The one you're going for doesn't have that one. The only way to get that as a project would be getting an RNG roll, which requires a lot more resources.
Fair enough.
No, Fresno. Well, there goes that guy on the multi. Damn. Anyway, round began. We're just kind of waiting for the player base to maneuver, but I mean, they decided to divide across every single AO here, so this is going to take another like 10 minutes before we start seeing contact.
We have a significantly longer time. But I thought it was. I thought I did. If you go rewatch my stream, you literally after I hit the jet, you can hear me. I don't know if you can hear it, but I like looked down and just went, shit. Because I knew it was very stupid. Because I had been practicing in that midair, just to work on the dogfighting with T-41s, and I had all but like not done any of that, like panicking and not swerving off. And then as soon as op time comes, it's like, oh well, straight into the wall I go, straight into the jet I go, or the top duster I go. And I had a moment that was quite annoying, but also funny. I had done perfect landings on each of my practices. Every single landing I had done really well, no damage.
And then that's why on the runway
why you saw me, because I destroyed the thing, like very close to exploding. Destroyed
Amazing.
the thing. And that what's the other plane we got? The one with the ion skin. It's a
T-41 as well, or no, T-28. That's it.
T-28. That thing doesn't take off on that runway.
What do you mean?
I mean, I got all the way to the end of the runway, and the only reason I was able to take off was genuinely down to the fact that there was a tiny little bit of hill at the end of the runway that, like, propelled me off. I'm not kidding. That I will find the stream. Like, the T-28 would not pull up. I was going like a ridiculous speed, and the thing wouldn't go up.
Did you have your flaps down?
Nope.
What do you mean?
I didn't have my. Oh wait, yeah, no, I did. Did I? I don't know. I can't remember. Still,
you need flaps to generate lift.
No, I never do that for the midair.
That's because it's a jet.
Still. I probably didn't then. Though I managed to self-propel myself off, so. Not the end of the world.
Okay. Big yawn. This is my sanity here talking to Dream. That's okay. Yeah, for reference, OFCRA, the World War II event was canceled because the server hamster died twice. Big sad. So Op4 is dividing into 4 different groups for this one. We're 5 minutes into the 50-minute round. It's going to be, again, another, like, 10 minutes of maneuvering here. That's going to leave them with about 34 minutes to complete the objectives all around. Maybe they can overwhelm, but we'll see. Blue Force kind of spread themselves around a massive defensive perimeter, so...
Last thing, because I couldn't find it. Who spawned in those T-41s?
I don't remember. I just remember someone did 12, and then someone added another 2 to it, and then as they were flying from their airfield, they made this massive wedge formation. It was pretty dope.
Someone do it again.
I want to see if I can change one of the rocket pods on them to a gun pod so they can be a little more dangerous against aircraft.
What, you can put M2s and miniguns on them?
Yeah, I know. So I'm like, I need to do some experiments with them to see what makes them engage aircraft and what would be more dangerous, a 134 or a 50. Probably the 50 by nature.
I have used both. Well,
I'm talking about AI. Because the AI only use rockets against other aircraft if they have like a clear line of sight. And I think the fact that there were so many close together stopped them from using rockets against air because they didn't want to hit friendlies.
I've used them. I've had AI fight me with M2 and M134s. The more scarier one is definitely the M2.
Yeah.
Because if that clips you, like even in like just in the right area, you are going.
Yeah, you got to use your speed against them at this point.
And it would also, with rockets, because of just how they naturally are, they do a crossfire, so you kind of can prepare yourself. That's why going against like at the start when there was when there was like 12 of them, or the second time around after I'd hit one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Going into them and seeing them all flying directly at me was so cool, but also so terrifying.
Terrifying, yeah.
Because first off, now obviously I know the AI didn't shoot. I have to be ready for you to RC them.
Yep. Oh, and I was. Don't you worry.
Figure out which one you've done. And then you have to get your shots on so quickly, otherwise you will.
It is very hard to do, but I mean, I've done it to Shepard once this campaign. I think I've done it to you once. I've done it to Zealous at least twice.
You did it to Zealous last up. No, the AI did that.
Yeah, no, the AI shot Zealous down on their own.
I don't remember you doing it to me. I remember you spawning that big ass jet against me. Which
Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm getting you confused with Zealous then, because I know I've hit Zealous multiple times. I also know Shepard accidentally, like, plowed C-47 to the ground. He just politely asked me, he's like, hey, can that not count? And I'm like, yeah, fine. Only because I live, not live with him, but, you know, I've chilled with him before. Favor. Well, he has a PS90 and lets me shoot it, so. Based.
He has a PS90 and doesn't shoot it at you.
No, he let me. You know, I swear, I'm gonna find you. Actually, no, I don't need to find you. I already have you. I'm gonna take a picture of you and I'm gonna put it on the target and I'm gonna send it to you, buddy. Okay?
Do it.
I don't think the range I go to lets me do that, but I know a buddy that will. I'll send it to Molly.
She'll enjoy that on my. Well,
I know.
But do it in my chat.
Mm-hmm.
She said, "I'll do it right now." That's concerning. What are you going to use as to hit the target with?
That's a question you don't want to ask.
She's got baby arms.
Right off the bat, Northern attack's going to begin first. Either Blue 4 is going to keep their forces uniform or start pulling away. If they pull away, that's going to give up for the advantage to get their foot in the door in the south. But if Blue 4 stay uniformed, you're just going to have the first attack on the north fail. Then the other attacks are going to start because they're delayed by a few minutes. Those might fail and get repelled, but Blue 4 might just be able to defeat Op 4 totally in detail here.
The issue with the Northern attack here is it's their biggest force. So if they are able to cut this down and not lose too many in the fight, then these other squads, I mean, you've got the Southeastern squad, which is the next biggest, who are the furthest. Actually, no, Southwest is the furthest away.
Southwest is furthest, I agree, yeah. But I'd say second furthest is definitely Southwest. And I think that's on direct distance. I actually think you're right because they still have to go a little to the south and curve around because there's still a big open field that they're going to have to transgress around. So anything's possible.
Company. Yeah, so you got command, which isn't great if he dies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they know what to do, but...
I mean, yeah, it's not bad if the attacker commander dies because everyone knows what to do at that point. You just go for the objectives. Defense commander is more important.
Yeah, oh, there we go. So we've got a, I think, GL shot, which must be a thing. Let's see it.
I think Blue 4, Emil here has spotted some of the Op 4. He's got a magnified optic on his Mark 11. He's looking right in their direction.
Emil shot me in the head during the pregame earlier.
That's funny.
I was on his team.
That's even funnier. What I'm worried about for this two-man picket group is they're going to get overwhelmed, but then looking further back around the objective specifically, you have all this additional force right here. But again, I'm really worried about seeing gaps open up in the Blue 4 line as they rush forces out to reinforce. Looking at Emil's POV, he also doesn't notice that he's on a bit of a hill. So there's a bit of a blind spot created in that hill where they can see him. However, we see a grenade thrown up. It's a little short, though. That's going to immediately spook Emil and make him run.
It's a good idea for Emil to move off. He's likely the one who's been spotted. There you go.
Yep, Zixme taking shots at him. Gets him knocked at the last shot.
Is that hill? That hill just gave them all the cover they needed.
Yep.
Emil is not down.
Norris firing a Hunt IR, gives himself away. Zixme immediately sprays him down and gets the kill.
I take it back. First off, that wasn't a Hunt IR. I think he meant for it to be a Hunt IR. Slammed a
Yeah, I just heard the explosion go off in the distance. Zixme gets the double tap on the other guy.
A poor choice from both there. Norris should never have stood up, and Emil shouldn't have run in a straight line.
Yep, never mind. Cheeseburger got that double tap, but now you've got these two spearheading this assault. Blue 4 is aware of an attack from the north. Let's see how they move to counter it.
Doesn't seem to be
Oh, Zixme's immediately going for that marksman rifle. Yep, he puts the sight right on top of his AK. Good call there.
Oh yeah, yes, he's got the
Marksman shots going out to Lockman here, who immediately triple times away. Getting a little above the rain there because it's quite loud. Op 4 on the southeastern assault have split up into two groups, so they're literally just going to hit it from every direction and see what they can get through. Not, like I said in the beginning, that's not necessarily a bad idea as long as they can attack it from all directions at once. And even though the northern attack's already opening up, that might allow for some gaps to be opened up for the other teams to go in. We're at least going to see that with one of the southeastern groups. The question is, how quickly can Blue 4 respond to each of these attacks? Especially since there's 3 objectives for Op 4 to do. That means Blue 4 can quickly just rally around one objective and still hold out. But if Op 4 does get lucky here, they can just overwhelm all of the objectives, as most of the Blue 4 elements have pulled out of areas to get kills. The one they've got the strongest defense right now on is the Northern Destroy objective, though, which, I mean, it's a Pelican drone, so it only needs like 3 gunshots.
you've got the 2 guys on the northern side who could do a decent amount of damage if they pick their timing right. Command and Alpha have decided to hold back, and this force has moved on.
Hunter just went up.
Prod the northern defenses and wait for the southwestern, southeastern guys to make contact.
I'm going to be honest, now that the bells run with the northern attack, I think all other Op 4 attack waves need to be moving in like ASAP, because now there's only pickets in some areas where there even is defenders. I think the southeastern group is going to get the major foothold in. And be able to get the terminal, maybe even to the sector, as the other Blue 4 defenders are stuck with the other forces there. But you see that 5-man team coming from the west, that's going to get repelled by that much bigger Blue 4 element. So eventually these guys are going to then turn around and try to hold the sector from those other Op 4 groups coming in. And then you have a good chunk of Blue 4 defenders ready to hold against Op 4. And you can see on the northern attack, it's already starting to break apart in multiple different areas. You do have 2 Blue 4 guys starting to move in to potentially do a counterattack or even intercept Op 4 command as he comes in. So, little bit of opening and opportunity for both sides here. It's not going to be as one-sided as I originally predicted, which is good. It means it's going to be more entertaining for us. And yes, Op 4 did put Hunt IR up earlier on the northern side, and Blue 4 just shot it down. Yep, Blue 4 are putting one up too to do a bit of reconnaissance, but the heavy rain is going to make these fall. Oh, never mind. I thought the rain was causing it to go lower, but I think it's because the other one got shot at.
Yeah, the other one's going down because of rounds, but that is an incredible Hunt IR.
Yep.
I don't think we can look through direct Hunt IR, but
no, we can't.
At the very least, see Shay, Fed, NASA, 1Cat.
Yeah, Depso's just sitting and hiding in a barn right now, and Blue 4 is coming right up to his position. They don't know he's in there, though, but that's an interesting sight of counterattack. We got some shots going out. Cheeseburger firing at something.
Oh, Cheeseburger spotted the Alpha squad on the northeastern side. No, Lackman, sorry. Lackman has spotted it.
Yeah, but I'm worried some of these Blue 4 guys are going to give themselves away, and then Op 4 is going to walk right on top of them here and eliminate them. Shay, yep, he spotted someone in the tree. A GL goes in there. Riley gets knocked out. NASA's running up to finish him off. And there it is.
Blue 4 get picked off one by one.
Hold on.
Osaka. Yeah, Osaka.
And Depso can't hear the footsteps.
Yeah, but Osaka moves fast.
No, Osaka, you were so close to greatness, buddy.
Check every building.
Elazurin might get spotted here, though, as a marksman just staying back, but that's going to wake Depso up from his little sit-down nap. You do have some Blue 4 on Bravo that are... I do not agree with Blue Force call right here to sweep this area. This is just creating a much wider gap for... look on the southeastern corner. You got this little Blue 4 team about to be sandwiched by 2 Op 4 groups.
Oof.
Peasant trying to dig a trench, but he takes fire and killed. The fact that we just have a massive amount of Blue 4 now completely out of position. Cheeseburger finds another player on the north and kills him. And we still have Jaeger. Jaeger's about to get... Yep. Fetty comes up and shoots him in the back of the head. And the Blue 4 guys are bypassing those barns on the north. What the fuck?
I don't know. Search buildings, guys. It takes 2 seconds and you might find an enemy.
Grenade runs up to Mr. Unknown. It goes past the tree, though. I'm really worried about Blue 4. That was a really, really weird call to throw Bravo completely out of the AO like this. And limit their numbers even more.
Mr. Unknown's got the MG here. Got 1 kill. He could make that thing.
Trying to light up Cats. Ember Rose runs up, puts a perfectly thrown grenade. That's going to blow him up. Yeah, even if he's prone, his head's first. And yeah, good throw by Ember there. Double tapping shots by some other Op 4 here. Green Thumb running back. You still, yeah, it's because Bravo's trying to do this massive outflank to the Overwatch team right there. But Blue 4... Oh...
Oh, wait.
I think Blue 4's commander thought the main attack was coming from the north, but that is a critical mistake.
Osaka's gone. Did Osaka DC?
No, he was killed off by something.
But what? It wasn't... Whoa, wait, who killed Osaka? Buckner's on none.
He might have just died on the barn somehow and glitched out. I don't know. But they weren't going to be effective anyway.
No.
All right, terminal on the bottom right is going to fall. Northern objective is definitely going to fall. It's just going to leave the sector, and there is not enough Blue 4 here to defend on the additional Op 4 attack waves that are coming in. I honestly think the only Blue 4 chance we have here is if the Western defense completely repels Delta, rallies around the sector, and is able to fight off 2 attack waves. That is incredibly unlikely. This has been a massive turnaround. Great planning by Depso. And he baited Blue 4 out to basically throw more stuff to the north in diversionary attacks.
Yeah, Bravo got found in no man's land. You made on an Ash here.
Yeah, another few Blue 4 dead.
Buckner got spotted. Has now had shots just peppered down onto his position. Buckner is now absolutely useless because they know of this location and Depth doesn't get that anytime soon. And this entire force is about to move in on
Southern Op 4 Charlie group's founded.
Destroy objective, which again, as Liru said, is a tiny little baby drone, which will take 3 shots.
Why are these guys now moving south over here? There's nowhere for them to go. They need to pull in, otherwise they're going to completely get negated here. Maybe they can harass the rear lines of Op 4, but that's not going to really do anything for the objectives themselves.
Red 4 has 8 people so far. One of them that I think just went down.
I just saw Fawns take one out, yeah, on the northern side. So they're at least locking down some of these open areas. The only hope Blue 4 has right now is to just continue with that attrition and then rally around the sector. I think they're all slowly starting to figure out where Op 4 is coming from because we're seeing either Hunt IRs get engaged or people to start taking pot shots. But I'd imagine the command net right now is just filled with people reporting that there's contact coming from every single direction.
So Bravo have actually done pretty well. They took out 2 plus 1 down here. On the southeastern side, which takes down a wing. Again,
Just everywhere I'm looking, there's contact right now, and I'm occasionally seeing a blue disappear and a red disappear.
Enarod trying to peek, but Zixney's got that scope with the AK.
Yeah.
The AK scope, sorry.
He's only gotten a second kill with it, but he's definitely going to be looking around trying to get more, even though he's taking active GL fire. But we have other Op 4 starting to encircle the destroy objective. NASA checking around along the rear here.
Yeah, but Korvac should, if he was to turn left, he'd catch NASA out.
Nah. Almost all the Blue 4 defenders around the destroy objective are dead or down. It's just T remaining.
Oh, the phones get taken on the roof, yep.
Yeah, he got sniped out a little earlier. They're putting double tap shots in him just to be safe. I'm gonna be honest, I think Blue 4 just spread themselves out too thin, and they got super aggressive to try to send forces around to counterattack what they suspected to be a larger force coming from the north, and that spread them out even further.
I think the wall that they set up around, I don't think that was what got them. I think the aggression is what got them.
Yeah, the aggression of sending Bravo out like that.
And then that's what thinned their lines. And Red 4, because as soon as Red 4 started to start their attack, they fanned out.
Yep. That was another smart call to be done on the northern side. I still think Blue 4 is going to be able to repel some attacks, like the stuff around the sector areas, but the terminal and the destroy objective, definitely not.
Well, they're about to move to the terminal. They've got Husky, Crisper, and Sismo just off to the side.
Man, I almost saw T beat out a 3v1 there, but he just ran out of ammo. And they're immediately doing medical on Von Cat to wake him up. They immediately wake him back up. Jesus.
Man, that's some fucking insane medical.
Zixby came up. Yeah, they immediately did CPR on him and woke him up and then just tapped everybody. God damn. That was clean on both sides, to be honest. There goes the Pelican by Vagrant.
Drone went down in one shot.
Yeah, not surprised. Now a fight for the terminal. We're seeing some explosive traps going off, but it's not enough. Blue 4 staying above the site on the building with a bunker. Eric and Sismo trying to counterattack.
That building should be indestructible.
Yeah, you can't blow this up. Nemesis is going to get a beautiful rear shot here. Sismo, I think, just tried to kill him through the doorway. Yep, and there's the double knockout by Nemesis with one double tap.
These windows may be bulletproof because of the invincibility.
4 shots on Crisper, and that is Nemesis' second kill. Another Blue 4 member tried to flank around to the south. He gets taken out.
Comes Sismo. He's going to come around. He's going to try attack from the northern side on the sector.
Sismo trying to go up on Wise. Oh, but Wise drops him. Terminal has 15 seconds remaining. That objective's falling. Blue 4 trying to rally forces back, but they weren't able to take out those Op 4 elements, so even more Op 4 are going to be encircling that objective. The Bravo group has been mostly taken out for Blue 4, so they're not oh, wait, no, hold on. Some of them, I think, have run all the way down to the terminal site and are trying to now assist with that, but they're trickling in slowly. Swola just got taken out. He was from that group. And there goes that.
Nemesis stayed on top, just hoping it would keep him alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I think this is over, to be honest.
If Blue 4 actually pull their units into the sector area, or enough of them, and then leave some guys on the outside, we're just seeing what they're doing, then you can maybe make a case for them just having
grenade pens?
Fight.
Maybe, no.
But, yeah, it is pretty
at this point, I think the only thing Blue 4 can hope to do is get some of these guys that are outside of the perimeter to get behind Op 4 positions and go for multi-kills at the cost of their own lives to rebalance the numbers. And then maybe the defenders can rally around the sector, because that's the only objective where numbers really do matter. And then you can hope that because Op 4 have expended most of their grenades already, they won't have enough for this final zone. What does concern me, though, it looks like the bulk of forces are actually outside of the sector, holding Overwatch positions compared to being in the sector themselves. So I'm worried that Op 4 might just be able to sneak a few people in and take the objective, make everyone freak out and pull out of the defensive positions and then get picked off.
Well, we've said that before. Like, with a sector objective, your best bet is to just get people into the sector because it will cause within it, and people will start to move as a charge goes off to the...
I just watched Skipu dive down a floor after a charge went off and blew his tower up, and he survived it. That was actually pretty good. He took a little bit of damage, I thought, like to his leg.
I think he was already injured.
That's amazing.
But I imagine because Marketing was just shot, I can imagine they...
I mean, great use of explosives on a tower by Harrington to bait that position out, but, like, geez, Skipu surviving that, excuse me, that was pretty good.
Has been cut down significantly, I think, by some pot shots, and now they're just panicking.
Piranha just got killed
because of Banks, who's put up a really nice position to this tower, who can just see down into it.
Piranha and Swola were also part of that group. Piranha, I think, was the shooting in the trees right now, because they're dead. And then Swola's doing medical in the tree. Look at this, though. NASA in the sector alone. No one's in there, and no one on Blue Force noticed. If NASA just holds there for another minute and 90, another like 100 seconds, he's good. But I think some Blue 4 noticed, and they're all starting to run back in.
Bulldozer.
Bulldozer. Oh God, that's not a bulldozer. That's a digger.
Look to the northwest. There is a bulldozer.
Oh my God. Yes, there is. Shush. This isn't across the fence.
Sorry. Therapy's going well. I'm fine.
I know.
The clear of arrows on the map.
NASA just nuked to one of the dudes.
Oh God.
But yeah, look, all of Blue 4 is now leaving those defenses except maybe a handful, and Op 4 is now closing in. NASA gets killed, but...
Well, this is it. Now they've pulled out the defenses. Now, if Foxtrot were a little closer and not being completely harassed by two dudes in the opposite direction they need to be heading...
Of course, Marsik trays grenades. Marsik's going to blow up, but his grenade went over Wiki. It's rare to see a whole unified attack actually work because usually the attacks fall completely out of sync. I was worried about that one happening here, but it just perfectly worked out. So good on Depso for that.
I think when we get to this point, we give a bit more to the squad.
Yeah. No, I would definitely agree with that too, the maneuver in there.
Fuck Depso.
Wow, okay. I think Blue 4 might actually have the manpower to repel these initial attacks, but as we have reinforcements come from the terminal and then the southern group, I think that's, what, Op 4 Charlie? Or Op 4 Delta? Let me look. Yeah, it's Op 4 Charlie. As they come in, too, it's just going to overwhelm this position, unfortunately. And Harrington's throwing a grenade into Blue 4 Marstick's building. That's not good. Oh, it was an explosive charge. Okay, so even some blue on blue to wrap this up. Harrington on -1 kill.
Well, now Harrington's going to walk in and find Monkey and Joy, and I really hope Monkey and Joy kills Harrington because it would be really funny.
That would be funny. But Harrington kills Skipu, but now Monkey and Joy kills Harrington! You caster cursing SOB. That was funny.
Well, he got a kill before it, so technically I helped Harrington get off -1 kill.
Alright, so now you got Op 4 Charlie coming up. They're finding a few Blue 4 and taking them out.
Ever go on the roof of this building? It is a sector building. Don't sit on the top of it. Base is down. Kappa hasn't noticed. I don't think Kappa would be able to do anything though. Oh no, they floats back up.
Depso's dead. Sector is being taken again because number advantage. Cheeseburger walks in only to get killed by a 249, and then Gian comes in and kills the 249 gunner. Grenade goes in as well.
Foxtrot have been held down by 2 dudes.
And now you got Block holding one little building corner here.
As he exits.
Iandon, get him! Finish him, Iandon. Come on. Yes. And all of their blue 4 are just out of the zone, slowly trickling in. And there's some friendly fire going on.
I think that was Shade. Just popped a nade.
Did 3 Op 4... No, 4 Op 4 are dead in here. What the hell?
Popped a nade for no reason and killed 3 Op 4.
Amazing. It's still not going to make a difference, though. Blue 4 down to 2.
And kabooby face. Channel is in a booby.
Not in 45 seconds.
In a booby.
I don't think there's a chance anymore, boys. I think it's over.
Can kabooby booby.
Kabooby is the last man, but there's only like 20 seconds remaining. I'm going to be honest, based off of the amount of Op 4 still alive, even if Bravo was used properly, I don't think there would have been a way to do this.
That first encounter where they just... it seems like as soon as the first shot was fired...
Is Ixmi going to run as the grenade gets him? No. Vagrant! Vagrant's at -3, dude! And then he dies at -3!
Not been captured in time. Blue 4 win! Blue's still going. I think we like Blue, we have this one. Grenade.
Oh my, oh, he's out of ammo, yep. Jesus Christ. Alright, I'm gonna say Blue 4's MVP was Vagrant there. I agree with that call by Weird, yep. At a smooth -3 for Op 4. Vagrant declaring the Blue 4 MVP there, definitely. Oh. It just goes to show when you have a big AO and your opponent decides to defend everything and you do a surround attack like that and Blue 4 makes a slight mistake of sending a few guys out to try to flank one of those attacks and stretches their line even thinner, this is what happens. It's rare. It usually doesn't work because of the required amount of coordination, but, oh, brutal when it's executed properly, to the point we see like massive friendly fire incidents, but then we scroll out and see the remaining players. It's like, oh, okay, it's not really gonna make much of a difference. That's okay. I'm gonna be honest, with an AO like that where your opponent has multiple ways to get into the AO though, there isn't really a way to defend. Like, even if you pick, like, if you sacrifice one AO to hold the other two, you're still leaving a lot of routes for your opponent to come in on. So you're still gonna get surrounded. So it's a tough AO to defend. I was thinking that Op 4 was gonna make a mistake in their timings, but Depso's done this a while. He knows how to not do that, so fair. Where am I? Put my name on there. Stubholt. All right.
Well.
That is in. Let's go ahead, grab our mission command, and take a look at what we're dealing with here. And then I'll pay out the prediction.
Really did have enough after getting killed by a drone. Damn, 91 players.
All right. We have an assassination attempt here. Blue 4 is attacking an Op 4 terminal to destroy targets. Assassination target. Okay, Blue 4 has boats, an MH9, which I think is There has to be an MH. I don't know what an MH9 is, but I know an MH6. 4. I'm just gonna write the designation here. I think it's a Humvee, but I could be wrong. M1151A1s. A 1117. An LAVC2, which is just the command one with the 240. Doesn't have an autocannon. And an M1165A1. 4 has 2 chord statics. A BTR 80A. And a gas in the UA's air transport. Cool. Slightly more oval-shaped little bird. Gotcha.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
It's the vanilla little bird variant? Gotcha, gotcha. So it can carry up to 8 people. 2 people on each bench, 2 people in the back, 1 person in the shotgun seat. So really 6 people. Hold on. I just dropped something all over my desk. 1 second. Alright, cool. I don't know why. Today is just a slow day for me, where I'm just, like, super tired, you know? So I apologize that the content and everything's been a little slow in that regard. It'll pick up for DayZ at least, but it's like, damn, you know? But we'll see how this second round of FNF goes, and then we at least have, or at least I have some mission dev I need to do. We'll see if it gets streamed or not. Whew. Yeah, pikes are still in FNF. I'm reading the group chat on the bottom. Well, yeah, Dream did bring up 93 people, so we're starting to see an uptick in players again for Friday night fights. That's always good to see. Otherwise, how's everyone's Friday going? We should be back to a fully loaded op schedule next week. I just gotta front log a few more files for the heck of it. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that, Weird. Has been slow and boring? Yeah, you and me both, buddy. But hopefully it'll pick up in the evening. Whew. Sometimes you go through like a gallon of water a day, damn. Yeah, hydrate, right. Look, worst I can say is... No, that's not how I'd word it. All I can say is I'm just through a lot of admin work, paperwork, and we can just get fully back into Arma again, but sometimes I hate all the chores and maintenance work I gotta do with an adult, as an adult, excuse me. I can't even speak right now. Oh, but sometimes we have those days where we're just incredibly slow. Yeah, your own company, all the tax paperwork that comes with that. Oh, all that junk. Yeah, you know, I'd say once a month there's a time where I feel like this. I think I need to go take a nap. In all honesty, like it's getting harder and harder for me to think as I'm thinking back over the past hour. Dream, I'm gonna give you a raid. I'm gonna take a nap before I play Daisy because I'm actually shutting down in my chair right now. I don't know what it is
okay.
today, but yeah.
Fair enough.
Sorry, guys. I'll see you guys in a few hours for Daisy, but my head is just, whoa.
Enjoy your nap.
Thanks so much for watching. Go operate operational. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers. Have a good one. See you later, Dream.
Have a good one.